Every Thursday, Jack and I would go to Adventure Bay. This was an activity that Jack looked forward to and came to expect on our weekly visits. Upon arriving at Adventure Bay one week, it was under maintenance and not open. We discovered this when we walked to the entrance and the doors were locked. This took both Jack and I by surprise. Jack was so great at following his schedule that this type of last-minute change really upset him. To the best of my ability, I tried to explain to him that it was closed and we would come back next week. Jack continued to show his displeasure by stomping and using upset vocals. I offered alternate scenarios of what we could do for the evening instead, but Jack was not able to vocalize a response as he was so upset and communicated through gestures and pictures. At this point, I felt a little anxious, wondering how and when we would be able to leave the entrance of Adventure Bay. I knew Jack liked paper and crafts, so when I reached in my pocket, I had a receipt. This seemed to catch Jack's attention, and I used this as a tool to redirect him to thinking about another preferred activity, like making a paper craft that was possible, instead of focusing on what was not available. We got back into the van, and I assured him there would be more craft supplies at home, and we could continue the night with an activity. Going forward, I decided to call Adventure Bay to ensure they were open on that day before going, as well as bringing Jack's visual schedule and PECs into the community to help explain change and offer choice. The benefit of having a backup preferred activity planned, or an enticing object for redirection and comfort, proved to be crucial to calming the situation.
I picked up David, and he didn't greet me in the way he normally does. He seemed upset and quiet. I began to ask him if anything was wrong, and he brushed me off. He assured me he was fine, so we carried about our day. I asked David to complete a task that we normally do, and he got very angry. I gave him space to vent and talk through how he was feeling. He began asking challenging authority questions, like, why do I have to do my homework? Who are you to tell me what to do? Who made you the boss? I ignored those questions and only answered information-seeking questions and gave a rational, calm response. These answers did not satisfy David, as he continued to get more frustrated. I realized I could not force David to calm down and complete the task. I was getting into an unproductive power struggle. I decided to redirect his focus by offering choices and setting limits. By setting limits, you are offering choices as well as stating the results of these choices being desirable and less desirable. Limits are better received for anyone when it was led with a positive choice stated first. Limits must be simple, clear, reasonable, and enforceable. I posed the option that when you complete your homework, then we can play video games. If you calm down, we can make a plan to complete your homework so we can play your new video game. Interrupting and redirecting the conversation and David's energy level helped him regain calm. I gave him a few minutes to calm down, but re-engaged with him to get to the cause of why he was so upset. David typically completed his homework weekly, so this change in behavior was a surprise to me. I asked him how his day was again, and he told me that he was having a hard time at school with bullies. As well, his pet at home was very sick. These two events in David's day caused him to come into our respite time with heightened anxiety and anger. What I didn't realize is there could be precipitating factors that I have no control over. I used this crisis to better understand that there are internal and external factors that influence one's behavior. Offering an open, non-judgmental approach to a situation where someone is in distress can help to not escalate a situation and can be used to better understand the individual you support and how to connect with them.
The previous scenarios provide excellent examples of the importance of your actions when responding to difficult situations. The acronym PAUSE serves as a good guidepost It is important to stop and pause and think about the best way to support the needs of this child or youth. Think about what purpose your response will serve. Think about your body language, your volume, and the tone of your voice. Make sure your response is one that serves the purpose of trying to relieve the anxiety of this child or youth is experiencing. Be mindful to give an appropriate response. Different forms of support will be appropriate in different environmental settings. Always respond in a very respectful manner. Every child and youth are unique, and the plan for therapeutic rapport will also be unique. The most important thing is to provide an empathetic response that helps the child or youth feel empowered, respected, and safe. Does your response contribute to this child's success? At times, you may be able to discuss ways that this situation could be worked through, helping the child or youth to develop the tools for future success. Be sure to always echo your guiding principles. Every child has gifts to offer those around them. Provide support that helps them shine. An excellent way to help strengthen your understanding of what works best for the child is to develop a one-page profile. The one-page profile was originally developed by Helen Sanderson and is based on information gathered by those who know the child very well. One-page profiles can be used for individuals of any age and can be used to capture preferred activities, prized possessions, and information that can assist others in gaining a better understanding of who this person is and what is the best way to provide support. When supporting children, we look to parents or guardians who can tell us how to best support their child. We also know that siblings can provide information that can be extremely valuable in creating a profile that will honor this child's individualism. Direct support providers are encouraged to connect with their family coordinator, who would be happy to assist with creating a profile that can help strengthen the relationship that this child or youth has with others. This is an example of a one-page profile. We can see that Adam is 5 years old and one of his favorite characters is Spider-Man. We talk about what is most important to Adam, what makes him happy. We try to look at things from his perspective. A good day for Adam would be to be able to go outside and play and explore nature. We also talk about what people appreciate the most about Adam, his gifts and talents. We can see that he is a happy little guy who likes to share and be a friend. And finally, we talk about how to best support Adam. This is a very important section where we talk about how he communicates, his daily living routine, and any safety concerns that need to be acknowledged in order to keep him safe.